Hello, this is project 2 for DSN 210. We're going to make a collage of a couple of different objects. So let's start by opening the first one. It's called Hubble. And it's in here. There it is, Hubble. It's square. We're going to use the crop tool to make it into a vertical. Crop tool. Notice it popped to crop 8x10 format here. We could have set it up any other one or unconstrained to get a different look. You can adjust it on the side here like this. Let's take it back to that. You can slide it around to get the image you'd like. It has rule of thirds for making good compositions. There are others available. So double click, make it happen. Save your file. Oops. Save your file as something you can recognize. And hit OK. Now you're going to open Laptop, which is the second thing you're going to put on here. So you go to File, and you open Laptop, and scoot it around. What we're going to want to do is move the laptop image over to the top of this so that we can crop it and change it around and edit it. It's in the Move tool, and we're going to drag it over. Close up the original laptop and see you can move it around here. I'm going to use Control T to adjust the size, keeping it proportionally right for now, so you can see the whole thing. Double click to commit on that. And now we're going to get rid of the background. We're going to use the Magic Wand tool here. It might be set like that, or it might be set like that. You want it on the Magic Wand tool. You're going to set it up here that it does this in this first block, and the tolerance is 22, contiguous is checked, and 3x3 average. So you just click in the white, and you can see you got most of it. You can hold the Shift key down and click in some more areas to get some different grays till you have the whole thing selected. You're going to hit the Shift Control I to inverse, and now you have everything but the white selected. Go back over here to Layers, and you can see you've got this going here. Now you've got everything selected that you want to have selected, and some more. So let's do some Refine Edge. Click on Refine Edge. Move it out of the way. You might want to zoom in to see the edges better. So I'm going to hit Control Plus. And then I'm going to hold the space bar down, and I can move around and see what my edges look like. Let's just stop here and look at this edge right here. You want to make sure your view is on Layers. You can experiment with the others, but this is the one that will work best. And you can adjust these to get a different look. Now it's a little hard. So let's feather it a tiny bit, and you can see it softens up. You can shift the edge a little bit better until you get something you like. It should be just a little fuzzy. Now you're going to output this to a simple layer mask. So layer mask, see there's lots of others, but leave it at layer mask and tap OK. Now you can zoom back, Command minus, so you can see the whole thing, and hit Command T to transform. And you can rotate it by going on the outside. You can scale it by grabbing a corner, disproportionately if you want. You can hold the Control key down and warp it if you want a little bit too. Give it a little bit of a perspective. Double click, and you're done. Save your file. Or hit Command S. And we're going to move on to gradient masks now. I'm going to open up another file. Go here, open, motherboard, here, open. It's a lot bigger than the other ones, so when we drag it over to here, it's going to take up a lot of space. Here we go. Close up your original motherboard file and move motherboard below the laptop. And then zoom back so you can see a lot of space around there, like that. And then hit Control T. You're on the motherboard layer. Control T to transform. Getting tired of transforming, aren't you? I'm going to scale it in. Maybe rotate it a little bit. How about that? Double click. And now we're going to put a gradient mask on this so that you'll be able to see the Hubble image on the top half fading to the motherboard image on the bottom half. Beyond layer 2, click in this little icon down at the bottom. It's a little dot inside a rectangle. And you got a layer there. The layer has extra little white corners on it, meaning that's where you're working. If you click over to there, the image will have it on. You just want to make sure you're over there and that the lock is on. That means these move at the same time when you move them. Okay, so we're on that layer. We're going to go over to the gradient tool here. It may look like this, a little paint bucket. If it looks like a paint bucket, switch it over to gradient. Go up here to this strange flat rectangle, click in it, and then click this third one over. It's black to white. There's lots of different gradients here that you can play with, but we're just going to use this one for now. Hit OK. Now make sure this little button is switched. These do different things. They're kind of fun. You can try them later, but make sure this one is switched. It's on normal. Set the opacity at 50% maybe, something like 40, 50, something like that, and you're ready to go. Double check that you're there. Now, you're just going to click and hold, and that will be the beginning of your gradient, and when you drag down and let go, it'll be the end of your gradient. So here we go. See how that works? You can see the Hubble a little bit through it. Let's just do it again in a different spot. See, you're seeing more and more Hubble. There. I'm going to leave it like that. You can see that you have a gradient that's black in the top and white in the bottom. Once again, save your file.